think we just want to win the game, and I know it's like a 50-over game. We have to defend the 285, but I think we also had a good chance to win this game. If we get a couple of wickets early, we were in the game. But I think they batted pretty well. Kane did the anchor role for them, and the rest of them are batted around him. When Mitchell got the momentum what they want. Unfortunately we are in the losing side, but I think as overall we done really great job in here, losing a toss in a green pitch, and we batted really well. And even the second inning, the batters and the bowlers, I'm really impressed with the boys what they did in the last few days.
What do you think was the key moments that sort of cost you today in those tense moments?
I think the first innings, the Matt Henry got 70, and that the moment I think we slightly left from us because we should have easily get a I think 100 or 150 lead, but unfortunately that's the moment I think we lose in the lead, and they got a 18 runs lead ahead for us. But we were trying really hard. The bowlers they did really great job, and they had a luck as well. But going forward, I think overall, as a captain, I'm really happy the way boys are played. I think that's part of the game. But I think if we can grab that catch, could have been a different story. But it's a part of the game. Catcher can drop the catchers in the tough period. Even the misfield we did a few times. That's cost us the game. Going forward, I think we have to minimize those mistakes, and if you want to beat the side like New Zealand in New Zealand, we have to minimize all the mistakes. I think we just want to check when the fast bowlers are bowling with the 7-2 field, even the leg side 6-3 field, they didn't call a wide. So I think that's why I'm asking for the why. The same thing the Jaisur is doing, because there's nothing on the in the good area for Jaisur. There's a rough on the leg side, so we just trying to get the maximum out of it. And that's not a negative bowling. We bowl 4-5 field, so just one ball on the leg side and call wide. So that's what we want to know. What's the criteria when the fast bowlers are bowling and the spinners are bowling? So I think they were trying to get the get the exactly criteria in the for the committee, and they will let us know in the future what are the changes they can made. I think that's if the overs we're losing, I think it's 50-50 game. They knew that they can go for it, and if they are not they can't win the game, they can end up in a draw. But we just have to, it's not easy when you bowling like the New Zealand side. They are good batters, and they're playing plenty of T20s like Mitchell and the other left-hander who played really well. I think they all have the firepower. When they need, they can go for it. That's and even the rain. It's hard to feel in the outfield, and even the ball get wet. There's nothing side movement for the bowlers. That's a bit of things. I think we cost the game as well. I think everyone knows the previous test tours here. We could do anything much here, I think, but we were the day 2 and the day 4 we were really ahead of the game, and we did a great job. Even the bowlers, they bowled really well. The line and length was good. Even the batters, they prepared really well, and the whoever got the start, they make the maximum out of it. And that's why I said we were done really pretty good job in these conditions. It's a green top, losing the toss. It's not easy against Southee, and Wagner, and those are the fast bowlers, I think. But we did a really good job. 350 is a good score in the first innings, and yeah, but I think we did really great job. So I'm not worried about the boys. They put their ass out and give their best. Yeah, unfortunately we were in the losing side, but as a captain, I'm really happy the way boys played.
I don't know. I think it's probably talking to people that watch the England Test and probably talking to people that would have watched this Test. I think when you're watching, it's probably a little bit harder, but when you're invested in it, you're sort of, yeah, no, the guys are reasonably calm throughout the day. Obviously a lot of rain around this morning, and the guys were still reasonably calm, and I think as long as having someone like Kane at the crease, the guys were very trusting in what he was going to do. So and alongside Daryl there for most of the day, it was a great partnership that got us in that position late in the day.
What is it about Kane in these circumstances that he has that mental capacity to soak up pressure?
Oh, I think he just loves it. Like, he's just a world-class player, and I think world-class players are able to perform in different conditions and different situations, and he's done that for his whole career. Even when he was young, he was the guy that you sort of leaned on from a young age. So yeah, I think everyone. It was just having him at the crease, and I think we saw his class even with that last boundary. Like, it was just a unbelievable shot to beat two big fielders on the boundary to the big side, and just the calmness in which he does it, I think is good for the group. Seeing him and how calm he is out in the middle, I guess keeps us all calm on the sideline as well. Yeah, still a tough chase with the rain around, but we actually just let the two guys that are in just go, and then we actually spoke after they went about how we sort of broke it down. Steady broke it down into how we sort of ideally wanted the day to go, but like a one-day chase. But the two guys that were in, most experienced batters, let them go. They know what they're going to do. We knew that Sri Lanka needed early wickets, and we had our two best batters out there to try and counter that as well. So it was just about, I guess, getting into the day, getting guys back in, and once they're in, then we just knew it was one big partnership, and thankfully Daryl and Kane were able to do that. Yeah, I think it's just trying to keep calm. I like to think a reasonably calm person, and the guys, it's a pretty calm group as well. So when you've got one of our best players ever out there playing like that, it's made a lot easier. But I think just the belief in the character of the group in the last, well, not only the last two tests, but we saw it in Pakistan, we've seen it for a while. It's a changing group, but the belief from the guys that have been able to come in and we've had a couple of bad days, and to be able to bounce back and know that someone's going to put their hand up, and we just need a couple of guys to go with them. So yeah, I think that's a sign of a good side, and the belief amongst the group where we are to come from positions that aren't of strength. Probably not what unfolded. It was guys were probably had a rough idea it was going to go short, but we just knew Kane had to get some bat on it, and he wasn't able to. So it was once we saw Wags was in, we didn't realise that the bowler actually thrown the stumps down. So it was it's I guess as close as you can get to a tied match. Yeah, again, just shows you how much the side means to him, and it's been a big. He's been a massive player for us for a long period of time, and it just does mean so much to him, and there's no stopping him. He was out there. It takes a lot to stop Wags, and anything for the team, he'll be up to do it. So it just shows you again what guys are willing to do for the side. Yeah, I think they were massive. I think Daryl's innings obviously was a massive turning point that sort of got us back in, and any time that the lower order are able to contribute like we did is massive as well, and it got us back and got us into the lead. And then I think I look back at a couple of moments. I look back to that, the runs that we were able to leak out, and then yesterday being able to bowl them out and not get them into a position where they could declare and dictate how many runs they wanted. So I think there's a couple of moments there where you look back on and probably turning points in the game. The guys will enjoy some time in the changing room, I'd imagine, but we know it's a quick turnaround to the basin. It's been a pretty tough workload, especially on the bowlers. So I'd imagine we'll sit back and enjoy and celebrate what was a great test match and a great test to be a part of. And when you get to Wellington, our focus will be about doing what we can do to make sure we're fresh and ready to go in Wellington. No, maybe punting down the Avon or something. I'm not too sure, but no, there's been no limo ride in Christchurch.